is this? Tabletop Island, huh? Let's see what this is all about.
Already, I set the spaghetti. Place the ingredients to tie up the pasta. Now that's a spicy meatball. Roll, pull, and twist. Use your fork to twist up the noodle. Be the first and win.
Welcome to Tabletop Island. I'm Bernardo, your host, and today we will be talking about the vintage game, Ready, Set, Spaghetti. Now, I really like this game. It came out in 1989, which is pretty old. I actually had this game stashed away for a little bit in terms of me wanting to get it, and I finally got a good deal on it. And right before I could do this review, someone got it before me, and I was like, no, I thought people forgot about it. Why? Anyways, the game is very straightforward, and I'm going to say that for a lot of games that are vintage because they are very simple. A lot of the games back then didn't involve too many complexities, but had a lot of unique moving parts that made them so special for that time. And Milton and Bradley never ceased to amaze me with their games back then. You have 4 people. It is best to play with 4. If you don't, I still recommend getting the other pieces of pasta, colored pasta, and at least dropping them in the middle to kind of complicate things because it makes it more fun. I tried it without doing that and it made it a little less difficult. Anyways, you all have your piece of noodle that's attached to your fork, and you drop it in the middle. And then you take those ingredients and you kind of twist them around to lock them into the pieces. I've actually always done this. The rules don't say to do this, but I do recommend doing that to kind of make it more difficult and more exciting and make the game last a lot longer. It's not very long of a game anyways. I would say maybe 15 to 20 minutes, maybe, and that's including setting it up because you have to put the ingredients in, and then you play, and then you roll, and then you talk, and whatever may conspire throughout the game, but you get what I mean. So then once you have all your ingredients placed out, everybody twists their fork to see how much of the pasta they can wrap around. If you're good, they barely get any, if any. Then you roll the die, and when you roll that ingredient, you get to pull out that ingredient, and you obviously want to help yourself, and you don't want to help your opponent. But sometimes if too many or an ingredient doesn't show up that helps you, you may be helping your opponent, so you have to think ahead. Now, one cool rule that I got from another YouTuber, I thought it was fantastic. It was, if you take out all the ingredients and you roll that ingredient, you take that ingredient and place it back on the board. It's not in the original rules, but I do recommend playing that way. I didn't initially think of that idea, but I do like that, and now I will be continuing moving forward playing it that way because it makes it more exciting and a little more memorable. Now, the game visually, it's not too much going on for it. So it has that plate of spaghetti on the image on the board, and then you have the forks with the string, which is cool and fun to look at, but visually, me being a fan of really big boards, it doesn't fit that too much, but its simplicity rules all. This is going to be a vintage board game I bring out a lot. In terms of whether or not it's a filler game or I just have a small group that wants to play a fun game and I really want to lock them in. This is a good gateway game for me. Vintage game wise, it doesn't cost too much money. I would say maybe you would find it for like 20-30 bucks. Maybe, I think I paid maybe about $25 for it. It isn't too expensive. You can find a complete copy. I do recommend picking it up. The game is amazing. It's simple, easy to teach, great for the whole family. I can't stress it enough. This is going to be one of the few vintage board games I say go out and buy if you can find it, and this does fit your style and what you're looking for. If you play with a lot of kids, it's amazing. I don't know why you're thinking about it. As for competitiveness, I mean, it's there. If you know kind of which ingredients you should pull first, I don't think you should stress too much on that. It's really more of a game of fun. It's like playing slip and slide together. You want to slide the longest, but you don't really care if you don't because it's exciting to watch. And that's one of the best ways to describe it because it's fun to watch this game, whether you're winning or not, because you can still make it harder for someone else to win. And that is another fun aspect of the game, which is what makes it such a solid game. Again, if you guys can find it online, I would check eBay, maybe some game shops, some yard sales, things of that nature may have it. It's a very old game, but make sure you find it complete. It has 28 ingredients. I remember this because I count them every single time I close the box. But that is all I have for you guys today. If you are interested in notifications, you can hit the bell up there somewhere. Please like, comment, and subscribe. I do appreciate any feedback. I want to make these commercials more and more outrageous, and I am doing this with your help. You guys have been fantastic all the way through. Mondays, regular board game reviews. Wednesdays is our weekly update/talks, which will improve more and more over time. You're going to start to see. And then on Friday is our vintage board game reviews. But that is all I have for you guys today. See you guys next time.